Are you just tired of the endless search for a real solution to things like dryness, wrinkles, and constant irritation? We're always being sold some new miracle product. But what if the actual secret to perfect skin isn't new at all? What if it's something our ancestors knew all along? Well, let's dig in and uncover it.
Does this whole scene look a little too familiar? A bathroom shelf just overflowing with products, but somehow your skin is just getting more and more sensitive, or dry, or breaking out? It's this crazy, frustrating loop. And trust me, you are not alone. So what is really going on here?
And that right there, that brings us to something we can call the modern skincare paradox. It's this bizarre conflict between what we're told our skincare routine should do and the actual results we so often end up with.
I mean, think about it. On one hand, you have the promise, right? Every bottle, every ad is selling us this dream of healthy, soft, youthful skin. But the reality for so many of us, it's a constant battle. A lot of these harsh products actually strip our skin of its natural protective oils, which just leads to more dryness. And then what happens? Our body kind of freaks out and overproduces oil to compensate, which then clogs our pores and leads to acne. It's a vicious cycle that can leave our skin in even worse shape than when we started.
So, okay, if the products themselves aren't always the solution, what are the real root causes? Well, it turns out our skin is basically under attack from two different directions, from the outside world, and maybe even more importantly, from the inside.
Let's start with the external attackers. These are the usual suspects, the ones we hear about all the time. You've got lotions packed with harsh chemicals and synthetic makeup that can really mess with our skin's delicate balance. Now add to that the daily grind of environmental pollution and, of course, the damaging UV rays from the sun, and yeah, you've got a perfect recipe for stressed out skin.
But here's the thing, the real story, the one that often gets overlooked, is what's happening on the inside. What we eat has a direct, powerful impact on our skin. And while things like trans fats and refined sugars are known to cause inflammation, the main culprit hiding in almost all processed foods is industrial seed oils. These things are loaded with inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids that can absolutely wreak havoc on our skin. And to really get a sense of how big this problem is, just look at this number. Over the last century, our consumption of these inflammatory seed oils has gone up by an incredible 1,600%. Our bodies were just not built to handle this kind of load, and our skin is often one of the very first places to show the damage. So, how do we possibly fight back against all this? Well, the answer isn't some new, high-tech, expensive formula. It's actually a powerful, natural remedy that our great-great-grandparents used for centuries, one that works in perfect harmony with our own body's biology. Let me introduce you to tallow. Now, all it is rendered beef fat. That just means the fat has been gently melted down and purified. But here's the absolute aha moment, the part that'll blow your mind. The Latin word that tallow comes from literally means sebum. The natural oil our own skin glands produce to keep itself moisturized and protected. Tallow is so similar to our skin's own oil that our body recognizes it instantly. It's like the perfect tailor-made moisturizer. And listen, this isn't just some old wives' tale. There is real, hard science that explains why tallow is so incredibly effective. Let's take a quick look at the powerful nutrients it's packed with. Just take a look at this breakdown. Tallow is basically a nutritional powerhouse for your skin. It's loaded with those fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, which are crucial for repairing your skin cells. It's got something called CLA, which helps your skin hold on to its own natural moisture, and it's rich in all these amazing fatty acids that moisturize, soften, repair damage, and improve flexibility. It literally has everything our skin is craving to thrive. And you know what the best part of all this is? You don't need to go out and buy some ridiculously expensive product. You can easily make your own powerful, completely natural tallow balm right in your own kitchen with just a couple of simple ingredients.
Seriously, here's all you have to do. First, you just gently melt about a half a cup of beef tallow. Then, mix in 2 tablespoons of a nice carrier oil. Something like almond or olive oil works great. Now, if you want a little scent, you can add a few drops of an essential oil like rosemary, but that is totally optional. And then for the fun part, you just whip the mixture. You can do it by hand or with a mixer, and you just keep going until it cools down into this beautiful, smooth, creamy balm. It's that easy.
Okay, so are you ready to see the results for yourself? The most effective way to really transform your skin is to tackle the problem from both sides at once. So we're going to frame this as a simple but really powerful 30-day challenge.
The challenge is a two-front attack. It's simple. Topically, that is on your skin, you're going to replace your regular chemical moisturizers with your new homemade tallow balm. And then diet-wise, you're going to commit to cutting out those inflammatory seed oils for just 30 days. Yeah, that means avoiding most processed foods, fried foods, and a lot of restaurant meals. By nourishing your skin from the outside and calming down inflammation from the inside, you create the absolute perfect environment for your skin to heal and just glow.
So, I'll just leave you with this thought. What could happen if you ditch the harsh chemicals and the inflammatory oils and instead tried a solution that's been trusted for generations? What kind of transformation could you see? What could just 30 days of real, biocompatible nourishment actually do for your skin?